Hi students, are you afraid of exams? Does the thought of the first board exam paper give you sleepless nights or nightmares, or you feel terribly anxious? Yes? Recall a time when you have to do something for the first time. What were the fears that you faced? What were the anxieties? Let me share my experience. When I was learning driving, everything was fine because the instructor had the controls in her hand. But when I had to venture out all alone the first time, I was totally afraid. In fact, I contemplated giving up on driving. But then, I had to think about it twice. I overcame that fear. I started to drive more and more, and then finally that fear was gone. So we all do face fear. The worst is fear of failure. But remember students, there is nothing called failure. We either win or we learn. We never fail. Okay? And if you feel fear of something, then you need to do it more often to overcome that fear. Speaking in front of public can send the best orators into a tailspin. You face a large audience for the first time, you know what goes inside your own stomach. So now we are going to turn to the story of the little seagull or the young seagull and how he overcame his fear. So shall we move on? This is a story about a young seagull, his initial trauma, and the help by his mother in overcoming that fear of flying, and his final triumph over that fear.
In this story, his first flight, the young seagull is all alone on the ledge. His family, that is his parents, 2 brothers and his little sister, have flown away. But the poor seagull couldn't gather the courage to fly off the ledge. But when he tried to even fly off, his courage failed him, and he went back into the hole on the ledge. He felt certain that his wings would never support him.
See children, many of us lack confidence in our own capabilities. We feel afraid that we may not be able to perform. But unless you push yourself, you will not know what you are capable of or what your strengths are. So the seagull here was not confident of his wings. He felt that his wings would never support him. And so he was afraid to even try flying.
Another challenge that this young seagull faced was the vast expanse of the sea that stretched in front of him. It was such a long, long way down.
So when he was alone on the ledge, his parents called out to him. First they coaxed him, parents first try to tell you in a nice way. They scolded him, upbraided him, and in the end threatened to let him starve on the ledge. Now why did they do so? What was the reason behind it? Why do they take such a harsh decision of letting him starve on the ledge? Do parents like to starve their children? No. But they wanted him to survive and to fend for himself. He has to learn to survive. And so they had to take the decision and let him starve on the ledge.
The young seagull had observed his parents flying about with his brothers and his sister. He watched them teaching his siblings how to dive for fish, skim the waves, and perfecting them in the art of flight. They taunted him for being a coward. Probably the purpose was to challenge him and motivate him to fly.
Now after 24 hours, the sun was climbing the sky, ascending, and it was blazing hot. He was hungry also. He had not eaten for an entire day. and no one was bothered about him. He pretended to be asleep. He tried to catch their attention by trying to fall asleep, showing that he was not, children do all these things to catch their parents' attention. His mother was looking at him. No one was bothered about him, but his mother had her eye on him. So what did she do? She got fish and she tore at the fish just the way he loved to do it. So he was getting even more angry. He was maddened by hunger and he was angry. He called out to her very sadly. She called back. She called him stupid, derisively. Stupid, what are you doing? You're so stupid. Come on. He still called out to her sadly. And then suddenly he was overjoyed when he saw his mother flying towards him with a piece of fish in her beak. He was happy. Finally she was going to feed him some food and he was so hungry. And he was stamping his feet. She came closer to him and suddenly she halted. She was motionless. Now he's wondering what's wrong. Why isn't she moving? She came so close within his reach and he just dived at the fish because he was maddened by hunger, and finally he found himself flying off. He was flying outwards, he was falling down and he didn't know what was happening. A monstrous terror seized him, but then he realized that he had spread his wings and he was flying and he was no longer afraid. And his parents and his siblings were flying around him, screaming, all praising him. He had made his first flight. Now the challenge was to land on the green sea.
He was near the sea now, flying straight over it. He saw his parents and brothers had already landed on this green flooring and they were calling out to him. But he was scared. He dropped his legs to stand and his legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again. But he was so tired after the exercise, he was so weak and tired with hunger that he could not rise. And so, his feet sank into the green sea, but then he realized that his belly was touching the sea and he was sinking no farther. He was floating on it, and around him, his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. Finally, the young seagull had made his first flight.
Students, I'm sharing with you a link of a short film, Piper by Disney Pixar. It is an Oscar-winning film. It's an animation film and I just love it, and I'm sure you all will fall in love with it. And after you see that short film, you will understand this seagull story, the first flight, very well. With that, bye.